Robbie, Burnley away in the Carabao Cup round 3 on Tuesday night. Is there been a sense of sort of excitement amongst the players and the staff today in training?
Yeah, you can tell we've got a big game coming. Everybody's fit and available on the training pitch, which is great for me. So yeah, we feel that we're in quite a positive place. Obviously on the back of a good point at Mansfield at the weekend, a very hard fought point in the end. But yeah, we feel we're in a decent moment, and everybody's looking forward to it. Of course we are, yeah.
How will we sort of approach the game, given it's a Premier League opposition compared to obviously league opposition?
Yeah, we approach it in terms of what we do exactly the same way. We're consistent in our work. I believe that's the best way to prepare for any game. So we've not given it any extra thought than what we would to maybe Oldham at the weekend. I suppose that the biggest difference is you know what you're up against a little bit more because of the exposure that the Premier League teams get on TV. So you get exposed to what they're doing an awful lot more than maybe what a team in our division are doing, so to speak. And all the players that are on the pitch for them, everybody will know. So that's the biggest difference. But we go with a really positive sort of mindset. I want the players to perform to the best. I think that's the main thing. Win, lose or draw, if we perform at our best, then there could be no complaints.
Is it a game that you'll be telling the players to enjoy, but still with an expectancy that they've got to put in a performance?
Yeah, I think it's a slippery thing when you just say go and enjoy it, because you're only really, in my experience, you only really enjoy it if you've played well. Now that might not be good enough on the night. We know that they've got quality throughout their squad and the Premier League players and the international players, so we accept that. But if we don't perform to the level that we've set ourselves, certainly in the past half a dozen games, then that'll be the disappointment, so you don't enjoy it. Again, we've got massive respect for what Burnley are and what they do, but we want to show what we do as well. I think that's important.
I guess, as with every game, you don't want any regrets, do you? You don't want to make sure that you've not given everything on the night.
Dead right, yeah. So I reiterate that it might not be enough on the night. It could be, and that's the exciting bit. But it won't be if we don't give our best. So that's the starting point. Give your best. Give your best with the ball. Be brave. Give your best without the ball. Be horrible to play against in the nicest possible way. And we'll see what happens.
There's players in the squad as well that have played in big games, played at Premier League grounds. There's players that have played for Rochdale in previous competitions, previous seasons at Premier League grounds. Will that stand the squad in good stead heading into tomorrow night?
I certainly think it can help. It can't hurt. They've had that exposure to what that level's like. I know we're going to have 2,400 people going. Brilliant! Wow, just give me a shiver thinking about it just then. So with that backing, if they see the players, which I have no doubt given their all, but with quality, we have a chance in the game, of course. That experience that we talk about, going to the big clubs before, can only help that. And also that the players that haven't been to those clubs, they want to show that they can do it on that level as well. So it's an exciting tie for us, extremely difficult, let's not get away from that. Premier League club for many years, Burnley. But, if we give our best, then I'll be happy.
Just on a personal note for you as well, coming up as a manager for the first time against Premier League opposition, Sean Dyche, who's done a tremendous job there at Burnley. Is that an exciting part for you as well? Yeah,
it is. I want to make sure that I get what I perceive the right team on the pitch. Again, we take one game at a time, but there is another massive game coming around the corner. 3 games in a week is a tough ask of anybody. But yeah, on a personal note, I've been in the dugout opposite Sean and his staff many times as a coach and assistant manager. So I'm looking forward to that first one as a manager.
And how are we in terms of injuries and things like that? No fresh ones since the weekend?
No. Everybody's fit and available. The substitutes were made at the weekend. I'm thinking Jarrell is fine, trained, no issues today. Matty Dawn trained today. He just looked a bit tired at the weekend. So yeah, fully fit squad. I'm going to be the horrible bearer of bad news to some of them, but everybody's pulling in the same direction. I've said all along, it'll take everybody, and it will again.
And I know you mentioned after the game on Saturday, it's it was frustrating not to come away with all 3 points given the way the game went, but as you said on Saturday, it's a positive thing, isn't it, and something that we can perhaps build on going into the game.
Yeah, we reviewed the game this morning with the players, and we didn't have the quality that we've shown in previous games. I think it would have been enough to win the game if we were shown that. I felt the emotion of the game and maybe a couple of decisions that didn't go our way affected us emotionally, and our mindset sort of drifted away. We got caught up in what they were doing instead of doing what we do really well. So we spoke about that this morning, making sure that we try and play with fire in our bellies but ice cold in the brain and be clinical, and we're going to have to do all that tomorrow night.